Hello and welcome to another Wednesday gathering. This week it's actually, Tuesday as I'm recording this, and I'm at Castle Square. And as you know, the place would normally be full of diners and the wonderful waiting staff. I'm actually sitting at a table which one particular friend of ours would always sit at, sometimes with her husband. Only today was his funeral, the husband's funeral. So a very different Tuesday for our friend and her family, which is a kind of a reminder that whilst some restrictions are being lifted and in some ways life is returning to some semblance of normality, that the virus is still out there and that people are still suffering in all sorts of ways. Aren't you glad you put on this week's video? We have to acknowledge those difficulties, those challenges, those shadow lands that some are going through. And in spite of them, or perhaps because of them, we're reminded that each day is a gift. Each day really is a blessing, a gift from God. And it's up to us to use them well. And one response to that gift, of course, is to be thankful, which brings us to our artwork, our CDs of Thanksgiving, which I shall show you the fruit thereof. Does that make sense? Now. And here they are, in all their glory, being gently swayed by the wind. Don't know if you can see your beautiful creation here. Here's the explanation and encouragement for people to think about for what they are grateful today. Love it. A bit of hope there. Flowers, pets, all sorts. A reminder that the church is very much alive. As there's this request for prayers, a reminder that we might not be meeting in the buildings, but our worship, our witness, our love of one another in the community continues. So that is our CDs of Thanksgiving at Castle Square. And here, glistening, as you can see, in this golden summer sunshine. I'm being sarcastic if you can't tell. It's raining. Our CDs of Thanksgiving, our artistic way of saying thanks. Thank God for the memories. Oh, I like that one. Thank you for a world. There was a wonderful, they're all very good. And of course, you know, there's no judgment on what we're saying thank you for. But there was one that said thank you for Lego, which I loved. Look at these ones. Amazing. Thank you God for big children and their sign of the reminder. Look at this. Love that. So there we are. Beautiful way of saying thanks at Church House. Back to you, Phil, in the studio. Well, one thing that I don't think I saw on any of those CDs, but something that I am definitely grateful for, is a nice cup of tea, especially on a beautiful summer's day. And alongside, there you are, alongside Lego, nature, pets, family, memories, hope, all of the things that we were saying thankful for, we are, of course, grateful for our gardens. And you guys, once again, have surpassed yourselves in what you've shared of your stunning gardens, from balconies to kind of postage stamp lawns to huge, great meadows. It's been good to see. And so, as I have seen them, it's only fair that you do. Cue the gallery. again, amazing. So thanks to everyone who have sent those in. It's been a joy to have a glimpse of your garden. As someone who does not like gardening but does appreciate gardens, it's been great to see. And I know that they're going to give all of us a lot of joy for a lot longer. So, all of which brings us to today's challenge, encouragement, invitation. And I think today we're going to have a double one. So, both of these have been suggestions from members of the church, so feel free, you're all welcome to send suggestions in. Some of them I put on my shelf of I'll come back to if we're still doing this in 3 years' time, and some of them are instantly doable and great. So this week, who am I to judge? This week, for our first one, to start thinking about, the reason we're having two, because some of you won't be able to be involved in this first one. I don't know if you've noticed, but some people have not had their hair cut for a while. I mean, it's getting a little ridiculous. Although I kind of think that's a look. No. So what Marcia suggested is to give people a smile, good grief, is that we have some before and after shots. I think on Monday, Hairdressers in Wales are reopening, so she has encouraged, and I think it's a great idea, to do some good before and after hairdresser shots. So that is the first challenge for you, and we'll keep that running over a couple of weeks because I know that some of you won't be getting your haircuts, hairs cut, hairstyles cut, haircut, won't be having this sorted immediately. So that's one thing, before and after haircut photos, and the second one is, and beauty generally, I don't know if the other beauty places, what is a beauty place? I don't know what I'm saying now. So focus, the other midweek challenge invitation came from Marilyn Leach, and it's a very nice simple one this week. I'm not saying Marilyn is nice and simple. I mean, half of that is true. It's up to you to decide which half. But Marilyn decided to, I'm in trouble, to invite us to share something that makes us smile. I'm sure the Thanksgiving CDs made some of you smile. I'm sure some of the gardens did. But something that's made you smile during lockdown. It might be something a story you want to share, an encounter with someone. One of the Castle Square crew told me that her neighbour brought round some flour a couple of months back at a time when she didn't have any and she couldn't do any baking. And I know that was hugely appreciated and made her smile. Or it could be a photo or a video. To give you an example, I have sought permission on this. I was going to show you a photo that makes me smile of one of my nephews falling over, but I could be accused of bullying doing that. So instead, this is my sister, my brother-in-law and my nephews letting lockdown get to them. So enjoy.
Saturday night.
Why? Look in the camera.
Saturday
night.
This is how we roll.
Saturday night.
No.
Woo!
Alexa, play Saturday Night.
1, 2, 3, go!
Saturday Night Radio Edit by
Bring it on,
Midweek
bring it on,
on
bring it on,
Amazon
bring it
Music.
on. Dee-da-da-da! Yes,
So, wow, I think is the only response to that. Interested, and all of their personalities come out in that video. I would love to write a thesis on it. Anyway, so that's just an example for you, but it could be, as I said, it could be anything. It could just be how someone supported you, an encounter with someone new, getting to know a neighbour, whatever it might be, something during lockdown that has made you smile. So that's it for this week. The 2 things, remember, haircuts before and after, and one thing that makes you smile, and that others might appreciate. And if you are going to include a photo or video, make sure you get everyone's permission, so we don't get in trouble, or we can't use it on YouTube. So send them to the usual places, the stories, the photos or videos, to the church chat, WhatsApp, to me by email on the church Facebook page, and we'll include hopefully all of them next week in next week's video. So go well, have a good week, God bless, try and keep dry. The sunshine is coming back apparently, but for the sunshine and the rain we give our thanks. I'm gonna have to lie down in a dark room. Bye!